Welcome to the Crafty Car Truck Series build. We're going to use glue and scissors. And first step is going to be to cut this thing out. So we're actually going to go around the gray area. We'll worry about the little notches a little bit later, but here we'll just cut all the way around the gray area. And we'll go right into this hood right here. You want to go a little ways in, but not all the way in, just about as far as I did there. Now we'll cut along the outside edge of the bottom of the truck here. We'll cut in again on those gray areas a little bit later, but we'll cut on the outside shape of everything here. You'll see those lines clearly printed on the printout there of the car. Then we'll do the rest of the car here. And you'll notice that this is made so that you don't have to be super good at cutting this out. A lot of the folds are going to create the straight lines of the car. But we'll set that part aside, and now we'll work on the rest of the body of the car. Going along the bottom, don't cut off the bottom tab here. We're going to go all the way to the edge of the paper. You don't have to. You just need a little bit there, but I like going to the edge of the paper. And we'll work into the back end of this car here now, cutting around. And again, just staying on the outside of that gray line. And then we'll go in and get all those notches here in a little bit. You could go in and cut the notches as you go. I find it's a lot easier to just cut the outside here and then go in for those cuts later. You can get all the extra paper out of the way. And here we'll cut the top of the car out. Again, meeting right there in the middle where the hood meets that front bumper. And you'll see that piece just falls right away. That little cut there is going to make it a lot easier to fold the front end of the car. Now we'll finish up the back end of the car with just a few more cuts. And we'll go back in and do all of those little notches in the gray area, those tabs that are going to really hold the car together. And now we're out. Let's go ahead and get all those little notches out now. And so some of these on the truck make it really easy. Here at the bottom around the tires, you do got to round a little bit if you want a nice scaled look. So we'll round just a little bit around those tires. And now we'll start on those top tabs. Now one here is just a slit, and this little notch comes out at the back. It is a little trickier on the front half because you do have to get a little round, but it's okay. That'll fold together real nicely. We'll take the notch out there right at the bottom of the windshield, and we'll do the same over on the other side, making it super easy to fold this thing together. Now the key here is going to be pre-bending everything before we go to assembly. We're just going to make it super easy to put this thing all together. And you'll see that here in just a second after we go in and get, again, those little notches on the bottom side of the car. So you'll see two tabs on either side. Perfect. And that's what it looks like all cut out. The next step is going to be to take this extra scrap and just fold this over and act as a straight edge. You could use a ruler if you have one handy, but we figured we'd include one here with the car as well. Now we'll go to the bottom side of the car. We'll start with folding the tabs in on either side. And the long tabs are going to support the main side of the car, so you want to make sure those folds are nice and straight there. They should fold over fairly easily. You can always roll the paper with your fingers too. Now we'll grab that straight edge, we'll hold the spoiler down and crease right here on the line of the spoiler. We'll crease again on the bottom of the bumper, and there's two more right here by the wheels. Now we're going to try to curve this later, but we don't have to worry about that right now. And now we'll fold this all back to the way that it should be. It doesn't matter which way you fold to really just get that crease in there, and that's all we're looking for. And now we fold it on back out, and the bottom of the car is going to be the shape that's going to fit right in at the bottom of the truck. Now the top of the truck, we'll start all of these pre-bends here by just folding down each one of these tabs through the bottom, and we'll go through on the top then as well. You'll notice those ones on the end that only have one piece attached to the rest of the car are a little bit harder to fold, so just take your time folding those down to make sure they're nice and straight. It's going to lead to a nice and straight car. Now on the sides, we're just going to fold all these tabs over, and you'll notice that a lot of these fold over so nice and easy, and you want to fold right to the black line. Now this next step here, super important. We're actually going to fold right here on this line and fold the window over, and that's going to give us some nice structural integrity to the car. We're not going to fold it all the way, just a little ways in, just to meet the top roof. And we'll go on the other side here, folding all those tabs back in. This time starting from the front, but you could start from the back, whichever way you want to do it. We just want to make sure these are folded in nice and straight. And you'll see, there you go. There's your car shape. Now we'll also take and fold right here at the window. Again, just about folding halfway. We don't want to put a super crease in it, but just something to kind of lean it over a little bit. We'll grab our straight edge again. We'll go here at the back spoiler, line it up and crease it. The back of the back window, the bottom of the back window, the top of the back window, and then the top of the windshield. You'll notice the line right above the top windshield, and we'll fold there, and the bottom of the windshield. Now we can start to fold this into our truck shape and fold all these lines the right way. We'll do that top roof, and now we'll do that back window, folding the truck bed up and our spoiler. So you see, it's got a truck shape now, right? One last thing that's really nice to do is just bend that front hood over, and you can make sure it's nice and aligned on each side, looking there, and then giving that a nice good crease. And then after we're done with that, what we could do is fold these sides in. You'll see that our truck's coming together. Now we'll pre-bend that hood just a little bit. It makes it so much easier when assembling this together. Don't have to put a lot of pressure on it. Just give it a little bit of shape there on the front. We'll make the rest later. Now we're ready for our assembly. We'll grab our glue stick, and we're going to start right on the front of the car. So I like to do these tabs one at a time so you could take your time with it. We'll glue the tab, and then we want to make sure that where that windshield starts on the top piece, it folds right into the side, right where my thumbs are, right there. You want to put some pressure to make sure that glue holds nice and good. And once we're happy and that seam's stuck there, we'll move to the other side and repeat the same step. Just gluing one tab at a time here on the side to make sure that this hood shape lines up real nice and good, and the windshield meets the side of the car right there where that bend is, right there. And once that's done, we could fold that over and apply some good pressure to make sure that hood's not going to be going anywhere. And now we're actually going to be applying on the top of the car and the windshield. So we're going to apply a glue on all 4 of these tabs now. Just folding over, you're not going to have access to glue the other side once you do one side. So it's a lot easier to just do all of them right here. Now we'll fold in, matching the windshield edge right to the edge of the side of the car and that top roof of the car as well. And repeat the steps over on this other side. Make sure it sticks nice and good. And we're right down in those cuts where the windshield juts up on the side of the car, as well as that top roof line. And once we're set, we'll make sure it's on there. Apply some nice good pressure to make sure it's stuck. If it comes unstuck, no worries. Try to apply a little bit extra glue and apply it back in there. Now we'll fold that back, apply some real good pressure to those, and start on that back window portion. So we'll go ahead and add glue on these 2 tabs here right on the side. And then we're going to fold the back window in right there on the back of the truck. You want to, again, make sure that the bottom of that meets the body of the truck. So it fits in and it looks super nice and crisp. Right there on the back, looks awesome. Now we'll fold the bed up, and we're going to glue these tabs right here on the side. 1 and 2, we'll do both sides at the same time. Applying our glue again on side 1, then over to side 2, and we'll fold the back on down and apply some nice pressure right there on each side. And that's going to complete the top of the car right here. And then we're going to be moving it on to the bottom here shortly. Just make sure it's nice and set. Once the top's all done, the bottom's going to fit in something just like this. So you could see that shape already ready to go. We'll fold that front tab out, and that's where we're going to line up the bottom of the car. We're going to glue here first. Now here's a nice little trick, is we're actually going to apply some glue and tack it down. Then we're going to want to make sure it's in the right spot so that it folds in correctly. So go here, just apply some light pressure. Just tack it in and hold it, and we're actually going to test fit this. So we'll fold it all the way over to ensure that those body lines meet up right to the back. If you need to move it either way, you can while the glue is still active here. Now these side tabs is what's going to be holding the side of the car here. And so we could start to pre-bend and mirror the bottom of the car there. It's just going to make it a little bit cleaner. And we'll apply our glue to these bottom tabs. Once we're glued up, we'll fold it on over. We're actually going to use the table as our friend in this step to make sure our car is nice and square. So once you get it in the ballpark of lined up, and that fold should be right there in the center of the wheel, we'll hold it down to the bottom of the car, grab our scissors, and actually push the tab in on each side with the scissors. So once we do one side, we'll do the other side, supporting it with our thumb on the outside. And then we can move on to the back here. And we're going to glue these two tabs. But first, we're actually going to bend where the wheels are. So just giving it a little bit of bend with your fingers and putting a little bit of pressure on the paper, you can see that it actually takes the back of that tire shape super well, just like that on either side. Now we'll apply glue to either tab here on the side. And we're going to glue that bottom piece in. So you want to make sure that that bend where the tires are nice and good. And we'll go ahead and pinch each one of those tabs from the inside. And then the last step is going to be to fold this in. So we want to test fit to make sure it fits first before we apply any glue. And then we'll apply glue. We're going to apply glue to the tabs on each side here and the back of the spoiler as well. So we're going to glue the whole car up in one fold right here. So that spoiler is going to be the last glue. We'll fold it in each side and just making sure that that spoiler is aligned and nice and even. And we'll give it a pinch to close it. Give it a little bit of push and a pinch on each side of the back of the car here to glue that in. And that's it. Your Crafty Car Truck Series is complete.